So here's the outside unit. As you can hear, it's pretty quiet. You can't hear it above the other noises. The air comes in from that side and comes out this side, cooler than it went in on the other side. Don't know there if you can hear the sound. Try and give you some scale as to how big it is. It's about as long as I am tall, so probably about a 6-foot unit there. Yeah, just out on a concrete base. And then, as you could see here, that's where the electricity comes in, and the fluid water goes in and out, then goes across under here and into the house here. Electricity been directed round from where the original position of the cooler was going to be. Cooler had to be positioned such that it isn't in too enclosed a space. The original plan to put it where the oil tank was didn't work because that was too enclosed and you wouldn't have got the airflow through that you needed. Okay, so here we are. It's about 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. As you can see there, outside air temperature's around 4 degrees, inside temperature about 19 degrees. Hot water's sat there at 52 degrees, and yeah, the room in house is pretty toasty. Yeah, the screen on is standard with the system. It tells you what all the temperatures are doing within the system. It's all because it's on the internet. You can, or intranet, you can just load it up on a screen. It's telling me there that it's taking the air temperature at about 4 degrees, and it's exhausting the air at about 1.5, so taking 2.5 degrees out of the air temperature. As I say, the isn't any flow in the systems, so that means everything's up to temperature. Yeah. So here's that graphics panel again. This time it's showing that the domestic hot water and the heating system has got flow in it, suggesting that the water temperature in the heating system's 37-38 degrees, which, as you can see from the thermometer here, most of that's coming out as surface temperature on the radiator, and as I say, keeping the room at a reasonably comfortable, or very comfortable, 20 odd degrees. You can do all your programming from here, so your heating program telling you what time in the morning and evening the hot water comes on at. Yeah, it takes a little longer maybe in the morning to heat up than your normal system, so we've got the heating coming on fairly early in the morning at about 5:30, which means we've got everything nice and warm when we get up at 6:30, and a similar program for the domestic hot water, putting that on at various times in the day. And from there, whoops, wrong button. There you can see that you can get programs for party programs, which extends it. Holiday program, where it drops down the temperature so you can have it set low when you're away on holiday. It's our old smart meter, so you can see there we're doing about 4 kilowatt hours of power. That's with everything going. When it cuts out, it drops right down. Okay. So here's a fairly standard thermostatic controller. Got it set on the timer here. You can have it set on various other settings and just increase the temperature there on the right hand side. So as I was just showing earlier, fairly standard radiators. Yes, the new ones, but that's because we had very old radiators in the house before. Standard 2-thing radiators with the metal wiggles between them. Possibly slightly bigger than you would have in a normal system, but yeah, fairly basic standard radiators. And in the bathroom, the radiator that we had before. So again, a fairly standard radiator, but with a heated towel rail. And where the previous domestic hot water tank would be, we've got an airing cupboard with a radiator there at the back, so that, you know, gives us some heat into here for keeping things in the radiator in here nice and dry, warming my trainers and drying my trainers out, amongst other things. So here we are with the heart of the system. This is where the boiler is, and all the pumping, internal pumping units, etc, etc. I think you can hear it's not a very noisy system. There at the top there's where all the hot water's coming out. Various pressurizing tanks, and another controller there if you don't go for the option of the intranet controller. You can control everything from there instead. Yeah, it's pretty much a sealed unit, so it's not easy to take the panels off, so I'm not going to try and do that. Again, we've not, as it's a relatively new system, we've not been needed to have any maintenance done on it yet. It will need occasional checks, etc. Yeah, not much else to say about it. This is a big insulated unit. As you can see, it's plastic, but there is a lot of insulation within there, and then the hot water tanks, etc, within there. Yeah, it is a big unit. It's quite a heavy unit, which is why it's ended up downstairs rather than upstairs like a normal domestic hot water boiler would. Yeah, it does take up quite a lot of room within this room. As you can see, there's various electrical controllers for the different outdoor units and the heaters within this and its controller. But again, it's all fairly straightforward to put in. And finally, what else did we have done? Extra insulation in the loft.